A great anti-aging skincare routine does not have to be complicated, so I'm going to show you how to build one for both morning and night. If you're new here, welcome. Otherwise, welcome back. I'm Dr. Sam Ellis. I'm a board-certified medical and cosmetic dermatologist in Northern California, and I'm here to help you understand your skin and find products that work for you. So if that sounds good, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This video contains a partnership with First Aid Beauty, and in a little bit, I'm going to talk more about their new retinol product that I think is an amazing addition to a nighttime skincare routine, especially if you have sensitive skin. So I really wanted to build both a morning and a nighttime skincare routine for you here. I have never done that in a YouTube video before, but I feel like we're at the beginning of the year. A lot of people have made resolutions to take better care of their skin, but sometimes taking that first step of putting the routine together can be the most intimidating. So I really wanted to break it down for you, especially if you're new to skincare or new to incorporating anti-aging skincare into your routine. I'm going to start off with my nighttime skincare routine, and then I'm going to meet you back here in the morning and do the morning skincare routine for you. I feel like calling this an anti-aging skincare routine can be a bit triggering for people. I'm not saying that we shouldn't age. Truly, aging is a privilege. But what I run into in my practice is that people come in feeling like their outside doesn't match how good they feel on the inside. And that disconnect when you are younger is maybe not so obvious, but I've seen it in my patients as they get into their 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. It starts to become really frustrating. So I don't think we have to have this hyper focus on looking youthful, but I do see the toll it takes when your skin doesn't reflect how good you feel. And so when I'm talking about putting together an anti-aging routine, it's really to maintain the health of your skin so you can be confident in what you're walking around the world in. So every nighttime skincare routine is going to start with a cleanse. We need to prep the canvas. There's a lot of stuff that accumulates on our face during the day. Some we purposely put there, like skincare and makeup. Some is just the sweat and grime and pollution from the day. And regardless, all of that needs to come off so that whatever we are putting on to leave on overnight can work its best effects and isn't fighting with anything else that's been left on our skin from the day. And I'm going to be doing a double cleanse tonight. I do this almost every night. So if you are newer to skincare or building a routine, a double cleanse involves either like an oil or a jelly cleansing step to remove the vast majority of the residue. And then it's usually followed with a water-based cleanse to just get the rest off. And some people might say, that's not a simple routine. Why wouldn't you just give me one cleanser? But I find a big mistake that people make is that they think their one cleanser is removing all of the residue from their skin. So one way you can test this is you can wash your face with your favorite cleanser and then take like a very clean white towel afterward and wipe your face. And if you have no residue on the towel, for example, if you were wearing makeup that day, then that one cleanse is probably doing the trick. But I can tell you, anytime I try to get away with a single cleanse, if I have makeup or water-resistant sunscreen on, it's not happening. The first cleansing step that I'm going to use tonight is the Crave Beauty Makeup Rewind Transforming Jelly Cleanser. This was like one of my absolute favorite products that I used in 2023, and I've brought it with me into the new year. So you can see it's kind of like a gel, and then I'm gonna warm it up in my hands, and then I'm going to apply it to my face and let it sink in and massage it in to kind of start breaking down my makeup. I'm gonna take some more onto my eyes as well and just slowly and gently work that in. If you care about anti-aging, be delicate with your skin. Now, skin is fairly resilient. I mean, touching your skin is not going to be a problem, but sometimes I see people like really working it in around their eyes. And like, if you want your eyes to look good now and 10 years from now, be gentle. Now that that is all massaged in, I'm going to rinse it off and then go in with my second cleanse. I feel like that first cleanse did a really good job at removing the majority of my makeup, but I still see some little traces. So I'm gonna go in with my second cleanse now. I'm using the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. When you are putting together an anti-aging skincare routine or a new skincare routine, you don't always have to have everything in your routine be new. So if you've been using a drugstore cleanser for a long time and you like it, bring it on into the new routine. This is a really nice, gentle cleanser. So I'm just gonna get a little water in that. I recommend it all the time to my patients who have more sensitive skin. It's still really effective, but non-stripping, nice and nourishing. Just gonna work that into the skin doesn't sting around the eyes. And then once I've sort of done that, we're gonna rinse it off. Okay, so now the canvas is fully prepped. We are ready to go in with the heavy hitters for anti-aging. And if someone were to ask me, like, what is the number one anti-aging skincare ingredient that you need in your nighttime skincare routine? And I don't care where I am. If I'm at a cocktail party talking skincare, if I'm in clinic talking skincare, 10 out of 10 times, I'm going to say a topical retinoid. Retinoids are molecules derived from vitamin A. And when applied topically, they signal the skin to do so many wonderful, healthy anti-aging things like improve skin cell turnover so that your skin may look less dull, improve pigmentation in your skin, help build collagen within your skin, which is going to help with fine lines and wrinkles. So really, they do so much when it comes to anti-aging for being just one thing. Now, that may sound too good to be true, and sometimes it is, because on the flip side of being very helpful for anti-aging skin things, retinoids can also be quite irritating. They can cause flaking, peeling, dryness, redness, stinging. I mean, I cannot think of a more problematic skincare ingredient in that respect. I have so many people who come into my office as a dermatologist who are saying, hey, Dr. Ellis, like, I want to incorporate a retinoid, but I just can't, because I can't get my skin to tolerate it. And that's where the product I'm using tonight really comes in. So this is a newer launch from First Aid Beauty, and it is their 0.3% retinol complex serum. And I love this for a lot of reasons. This is a retinol product that is actually years in the making. And what makes it so special is that it's really designed for sensitive skin. The goal with this is to be able to use it regularly and consistently enough without irritation that you actually get to see the benefits of using a topical retinoid over time. Also, just a shout out for the texture of this. I'll put it on my face in a second, but I have to show you. So it is a serum, but it is a very lushy, plushy serum. Like, do you see how juicy that is? Like, I actually cannot wait to put that on my face. And I also think that is part of generating like a good skincare routine. It has to be something that you actually look forward to doing. And I genuinely am looking forward to putting this on my face. I also really like that this is a pump dispenser, because the pump is a perfect serving size for your face. So you do not need a big amount of retinoid to get a lot of improvement. I find a huge error that people make is they over apply their retinoid, and that's going to lead to more irritation. Granted, you could probably slather your face in this and it won't cause irritation because of how it's formulated, but just in case, we'll just use exactly what we need. And I do my tiny dot method, which helps you spread it very evenly over the entire surface of the face without wasting it and without needing to use too much. I'm gonna grab another pump for my neck and my chest. So the 0.3% retinol complex in here has retinol, but it also has a vitamin A derivative that you might be less familiar with called retinyl propionate. And the advantage of using retinyl propionate in a formula is that you can get the same effects of retinol as shown in some clinical studies, but with less irritation. So why wouldn't you want equivalent results with fewer side effects? Of course, as a dermatologist, I am always giving skincare recommendations. And I would say one of the things I get asked about the most is a retinoid that is not going to be problematic for sensitive skin, or a retinoid that someone could potentially use with their rosacea or their eczema, or a retinoid that they can use as a beginner step in an anti-aging skincare routine. And this one from First Aid Beauty, it is so good. I mean, not only is it gentle and effective, but also experientially, like just how my skin feels right after putting it on and what it's done for my skin over time. Like, I feel very good about it. Now, I'm a dermatologist. I also use prescription strength retinoids, but I can't always, especially if my skin is really irritated or acting up. Also, I have a partner who is very stubborn and does not like to use retinoids, and he has been asking for this. I mean, to have my husband ask for any skincare product is the highest compliment. So if you have someone in your life who needs to start on a retinoid, maybe try this one. The fourth and final step of this nighttime skincare routine is going to be applying a moisturizer. And the moisturizer I'm using tonight is one of my absolute favorite moisturizers of all time. This is probably one of the very first skincare products that was ever holy grail for me. It's the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This texture, like, you know your skin is going to be so moisturized after that. And I love it because it has oatmeal, so it is very soothing. I'm a big oatmeal gal. It can help with irritation. It can help with a disrupted skin barrier. So I'm just a huge fan of this moisturizer. all around. I recommend it to so many people. You can use it on your face and your body, which I also like a multi-purpose type of product. And if you are really prone to dry skin, flaky skin, even without like a retinoid in your routine, if that's just something that you deal with because you might have mature skin or eczema or you're just dry, this is an excellent, excellent moisturizer. I went in with layer number 2. And I actually bring a lot of my moisturizers over my lips as well. I usually go in with some type of Vaseline at night right before bed, but I actually like to bring my moisturizer onto my lips. That is it for my nighttime skincare routine. I will meet you back here in the morning to show you exactly what I put on my skin during the day to protect it and help it thrive all day long. See you soon. Good morning. It is nice to see you again. It is quite early, but I like to get my skincare routine in before my son wakes up because once he's up, it's unleashed. We don't know if I'm going to have time to circle back to do a routine. So finding time in your day to be consistent with your routine, whether it's an anti-aging routine, whether it's an acne routine, is so, so important. Consistency above all else is what's going to help you find success. And my skin feels great from last night. It is hydrated. It is not irritated. It's not bright red. And, for someone like me who has sensitive skin, who has rosacea, there are a lot of products that can really set my skin off. So for me to wake up with just very happy skin is such a win. And with that, let's get into our morning skincare routine. This is going to be simple, straightforward, efficacious. This is actually just a 2-product routine. You could expand it from there, but I'm really kind of taking this down to the bare essentials. And this is actually quite representative of what I do on a typical workday. I don't have a ton of time in the morning to get ready, or I don't want to get up earlier to do a more protracted skincare routine. So these are the things I stick with. Just like in a nighttime skincare routine, the first thing we're going to do in a morning skincare routine is prepare our skin for any leave-on products that we are going to be applying. You can do that by washing your face with a cleanser, and oftentimes you can use the same cleanser that you used in the evening. Or you can just do a water cleanse, splash a little bit of water on your face to prep the skin. This is what I do most days. I feel like for a very long time, people were sort of indoctrinated with the idea that you had to wash your face with a cleanser twice a day. But for people who have dry skin, super sensitive skin, washing twice a day with a cleanser can actually be too much, and it can be overly stripping to the skin, even if you're using a gentle cleanser. So if you've been struggling with dry or sensitive skin, I totally encourage you to just give water cleansing in the morning a try. So what that looks like for me is I'm just grabbing a little bit of water in my hands, and we're just gonna kind of splash it on the face, rub it around, make sure I'm getting out any little eye boogers that formed overnight. And after that, I'm just gonna take a clean towel and pat my face dry. We don't want to be scrubbing or rubbing, especially if we're introducing a retinoid product. Our skin is going to tend to be more sensitive. And so you don't want to be doing added exfoliation with a rough towel. So I'm just patting dry, leaving it the tiniest bit damp for the next step, and we're going to move on. Now, if someone told me I could only use one product in the morning for an anti-aging skincare routine, or really any type of skincare routine, it would absolutely be sunscreen. When it comes to anti-aging, when it comes to skin health in general, sunscreen and sun protection is really doing the heavy lifting. But if I got to pick a second thing to use in my routine, it would absolutely be a topical antioxidant, and specifically vitamin C. In the evening, a skincare routine is really focused on correction of whatever bothers you, whether that's fine lines and wrinkles, dehydrated skin, pigmentation irregularities, damaged skin barrier. Nighttime is for correction. Daytime skincare is really focused on protection. As we go through our day, our skin gets assaulted by environmental exposures, whether that's UV radiation from sunlight or pollution. And so we are doing a morning skincare routine to protect against damage. Of course, you can have corrective steps during your morning skincare routine, but I think if we are prioritizing and simplifying a routine, focusing on protection against skin damage is the way to go. Obviously, sunscreen is great for that, but so is vitamin C. The vitamin C I'm using today is by my brand, Prequel. It's called Lucent C. So there are many benefits to topical vitamin C. One being a protection factor, so it protects you against free radical damage. So as your skin is assaulted during the day, these little oxygen-free radicals form in the skin, and they can bump around on important structures in your skin and prematurely break them down. So vitamin C guards against that. I just grabbed a little bit here. I'm gonna rub it between my palms and then just press it into the skin. And like any anti-aging skincare, we are going to be bringing this down on the neck pardon me, onto the chest and onto the back of the hands as well. I always find it so satisfying to get that first skincare step on my skin in the morning. It's like, okay, the day is happening. But aside from the protective abilities of vitamin C, it also has these other benefits like brightening the skin, helping with hyperpigmentation, also helping support collagen synthesis. So anything that's going to help us make new collagen, make new structural support proteins in the skin is going to help anti-age us. And again, anti-aging means something different for everyone. I know that word doesn't sit right with some people, but really what I'm thinking about is having healthier skin that you feel more confident in, skin that is stronger and more robust, and that's really the ultimate goal. After the vitamin C has dried down on the skin, which really just takes a few seconds, I'm going to be moving on to my second and final step of my morning skincare routine, which is sunscreen. Now, a lot of people will want to put on other serums in the morning or maybe even apply a moisturizer in the morning, and you can always use the same moisturizer that you used in the evening if you feel like it's light enough. But in my case, I find that a lot of sunscreens I use tend to be moisturizing enough. A lot of sunscreens are formulated in more moisturizing bases. So unless you're really struggling with super dry skin or lots of sensitivity, you actually don't necessarily need a moisturizing step in the morning. And the sunscreen I'm going to be going in with today is a Korean sunscreen by a brand called Purito. It is the Daily Soft Touch Sunscreen. It is SPF 50. So nice high levels of sun protection of both UVA and UVB rays. So as a reminder, UVA radiation, longer wavelength, penetrates deeper in the skin, more so contributes to premature skin aging, wrinkles, things like that. And then UVB radiation, shorter wavelength, hits the top of the skin, more likely to cause things like skin cancer. I'm almost done with this tube, so I hope I can get enough out. This is one of my favorite sunscreens ever. Just goes in so effortlessly to the skin, kind of like a yogurty texture. When I think of anti-aging skincare, like when I'm talking to patients in the office and counseling them, when they're like, Dr. Ellis, can you just make me a routine? Like, what do I need? What are the essentials? I talk about the anti-aging holy trinity, which is a retinoid, which we used in our nighttime skincare routine, vitamin C, which we just put on, and sunscreen. If you have those three things, you are so set if you do them consistently. So sunscreen is just kind of the final piece of that puzzle. You'll also see that I'm bringing the sunscreen very up close under my eyes and onto my eyelids. Not everyone can tolerate that. If you have really sensitive eyes and you can't put sunscreen around your eyes, just wear big sunnies when you're outside. If you're getting a little bit of sun or sun exposure while you're inside, I'm not too worried about it. It's really that sun damage that happens when you're outside in harsh sunlight that is going to cause the greatest problems when it comes to skin health and causing damage to your skin. All right, so I mean, look at the finish on that, like so stunning. And that's the other thing. If you're starting a skincare routine, you're more new to skincare, finding products that you love, not just what they do for your skin, but the texture, the application, even the packaging is so important. I feel like you need to be motivated to use your skincare. It's a habit and you need to be inspired. And so finding the sunscreen that you love, the vitamin C that you like, the retinoid that works for you and that you enjoy using, those are all such important factors when it comes to being consistent over time and seeing results. And with that final skincare step, we are done here. Thank you so much for joining me for both my nighttime skincare routine and my morning skincare routine. I hope you picked up a tip or two. If you learned anything or you have any additional advice for sensitive skin, definitely put it in the comments below. I always love when you share your insights. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.